there, it's Korlynn, and as requested, I'm doing the playthrough for the Stanley parable. I've watched my husband do this before, you know, on and off, and it's kind of a crazy game, so we're gonna go ahead and do it. The one time that my husband
this is the story of
played
a man
through
named
it,
Stanley.
My daughter got real upset because
Stanley
he offed
worked
himself.
for a company in a big building
So,
where he was
I
employee
wonder if that'll
number
happen the same thing to me.
427.
We're gonna
Employee
do a
number
couple
427's
playthroughs and
job was
do some
simple.
different
He
options.
sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a
I'm
keyboard.
gonna watch this part because I
Orders
never
came
really
to him
watched it
through a
before.
monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly
427
for
in
this
a
job.
cubicle.
And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very
We'll see
peculiar
how happy
happened.
Stanley
Something
is
that would
after I get
forever
done with him.
change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Well, this
Shocked,
makes me think that this
frozen
is probably what
solid,
happens to our
Stanley
characters
found
when we just
himself
play
unable to
games.
move for the longest
They
time.
just
But
sit
as he
here.
came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Now I can play. Let's see, I guess there's nothing in this room that I can interact with, so we'll go out here. Oh, that door's locked.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The meeting room. Which one's the meeting room? Guess we'll find it. All these numbers. Nope.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ooh. I entered the... Go through the left one, do what it says. All these doors are locked. I wanna get in the doors.
Yet there was not
The
a single
main
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Tips for
decided
not
to go
getting
up to his
fired.
boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh wow. That's amazing. Oh man. This is so... I mean, I've seen so much of this at jobs, it's hilarious. Oh man. It's a very deja vu, even though it's parody. Ooh, closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Well,
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
can't go in that door either. Because I have to go through here. Ooh, I guess I go in here?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so
Keypad.
the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
I like how
But
Stanley,
of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I was about to say that. Oh, I already forgot the number. Oh no.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Amazing.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
We're gonna find probably lots of dead bodies because I'm sure that his boss was a total creepster. Ha. Uh-oh. Look at this stage lighting. Dun dun dun. What was he really doing? You know, you never push the red button. Ever.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
And suddenly he's more afraid to think
when
for
for
himself.
years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
A little bit creepy.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
Mind
door that
control
read
facility.
Mind Control Facility.
Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Oh, look.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Wow.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Let's go find out. Push the buttons.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Look at this crap. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Button.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had
Nope.
Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls
this
labeled
stuff
with
is.
emotions. Happy or sad
Facility
or content. Walking, eating,
Offline.
working. All of
These
it
are
monitored and
offline.
commanded from this very place.
Offline.
And as the cold
Maybe that's
reality
a
of his
story.
past began
Can I
to sink
open it?
in, Stanley decided
No.
that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and
Well, you
for
know,
all.
it looks like everything's already disabled because everything is offline. So it looks like they've already stopped doing this kind of thing. So I don't know what exactly Stanley's gonna do. That apparently does nothing. Whatever. System power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his
You
obligation,
wanna-
to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
You can press on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes. Power.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
What?
You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
You're
I'm afraid you
controlling
don't
me.
have nearly the power you think you
No.
do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated
Why?
the network's emergency detonation system.
Those
In the event that
bastards.
this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are sent to explode,
What?
eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
What?
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
Talks
Mere
about how it
moments
doesn't
until
want,
the bomb
like,
goes off.
control
But
and
what
stuff, and then
precious
it's
moments
controlling
each one of
me.
them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know
What
where
does
to
all this
start.
mean?
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're
Didn't
obliterated.
do anything.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what
I'm
happened to
on
them.
escape,
I
bitch.
erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes
Where
when
do
I
I
tell it, I
go?
simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing.
Uh-oh.
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
Where do I go?
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on
Ah,
the next
there we go.
go-around
That door's
will be
open now.
even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow
No,
on
that didn't
trees.
work.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean,
The
look
door
at
would
you,
open.
running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything,
Yes, this
anything,
door
something
was
here
open.
will
Oh,
save
stupid
me.
door was
How would you
open.
think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But
Oh,
here's a
here's a bigger
spoiler for
button.
you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's
Fails
just
to
seconds
say.
ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
This computer
to
guy's
see
so
you
lame.
made humble.
So lame.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine.
Oh
But
my
I'm going to
gosh.
destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending. Just you
Oh my
being
God.
blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
Oh.
Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me,
Let me
I will
out of
live through
here.
every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever up.
Goodbye, world. Well, I think because I didn't go through that door, I died. I probably could have played for longer. Goodbye, Stanley. So we'll try again and we'll see what happens. This time I'll click off instead. So let's go. I think I'll pick the other door. Oh wait, there's a phone call. We can answer the phone.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal,
Whoa,
dish soap,
Stanley has a
spaghetti, get a thing of
girlfriend.
sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Whatever. This isn't even real. None of this is real. get there.
When Stanley came to a set of two open...
No.
This was not the correct way to
No.
the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I still have a little bit of resistance.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, but eager to get back to business. Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh,
And
look.
so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No! Press the red button. Screw you. Omniscient voice person. Disembodied
But
voice
Stanley
person.
didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
What? Is that the only door I can go through? I reject. Damn it. I can't reject.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Oh my god.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
What an
It's
asshole.
clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right.
Oh my
Yep,
god.
okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Aha. Oh, well. I guess we go this way? Yep.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we just restart the game from the beginning.
My
And
god.
this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
No. That asshole. Oh my god.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to
I
go to the
already
meeting.
know what it
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
means. Let's see. Where?
When Stanley... Wait, what? No,
What?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
I'm
right
just
here
character.
just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
Oh, God.
Let's find the story.
Which door do I pick? We'll go through this one. Yeah, this seems like a nice and good one. Those are chairs. So over here's more hallway. Ooh. Another hallway. Where are we, Stanley? What? I'm back where I started at that
I'll say it.
room.
This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
No.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, no. I suppose I was just going in a circle anyway.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting room again. Let's go. Let's see.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Oh my god. He's supposed to know the story, not me. God. Lazy, lazy, disembodied voice. There's a coffee mug. Looks rather nasty.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
What?
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
What? What?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I
What
don't
is
think
this
so.
place?
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
No.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
Oh my God.
You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so
I
good
went to
job.
games.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We
Oh
both know
my
you
God.
didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and
I
this was
did
not
win
one
fair
of
and
those
square.
situations.
I went all the way
Okay.
to the thing without
I'm
your
getting
help.
weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Ah. This game is absolutely nuts.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Alright, follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Da-da. Follow the yellow brick road.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
To destiny.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
Oh,
Simply by the
destination.
act of moving forward, are we
Is it
implying
still
a
a
journey
story?
such that a destination is
God.
inevitably conjured
What?
into being
What?
via the very manifestation of the
What
nature
is
of life
this?
itself? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize.
What?
Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right
Squiggly
now is a bit
lines.
of music to lighten the mood.
Oh my gosh. It's pretty catchy This yellow squiggly line is getting
Cut the
awfully
music.
weird.
Go back and look at that fern.
Go back and look at the fern.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
This fern is important. Okay. This fern is important.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
What?
Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
The line is not. It's a very bad line. Bad line. Now where am I gonna go? Let's go this way. Maybe. Go this way. Oh, look. Personal files, budget analysis. I think I'm just going backwards. Think it had me look at that fern, I suppose. Yeah, I'm just back beginning. Aha!
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it.
Burn. No,
Restart.
no! There's that line.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Oh. I thought this was just an office.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
What?
Go wild. Use your imagination.
I'm going in a circle.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
What are
Oh,
we doing?
no, not
What?
you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome...
And so we're continuing to follow this weird yellow line that broke through the ceiling. Oh, look.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
What?
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which
Why do
means
I
that
have to walk in
somewhere, the
circles just
place
so
where
this
we're
guy can
trying
think?
to go,
Oh my God.
there must be a reverse door that leads
A
here.
reverse
And
door.
that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
Of course,
And
it leads
since
us
the answer
somewhere.
is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny
Destiny.
awaits.
Oh, look. The confusing ending.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
You've been playing this confusing ending for
The
16
confusing
minutes.
ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So
Dun,
now,
dun, dun.
according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
Yes.
My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
Ha ha.
Well,
It's
you
your
consulted
turn.
me. Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't
He feels
restart
like I
the game.
feel
I
now.
won't do it. I won't do it. I won't
Find
do
a
it.
bookstore.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean,
Uh-oh.
did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
We'll just be stuck here forever. Oh
So-
my God.
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story,
Oh
wouldn't you agree?
my
I'm
God.
not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey,
my
though they're
God, I'm gonna
always
go
saying that
insane
life is
here.
about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Eventually.
Well, in the meantime, if
Ah. Wow. So now we're loading. Again, are we restarting? Is this a restart? Let's find out. We are restarting.
all of his co-workers were gone, what could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Again. And back to the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an... Coming to a staircase, Stanley
I'm
walked
going down.
upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm going down.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He
Damn
considered
right
the
I couldn't do
possibility
it.
of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All
What?
of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence
What?
in a single moment
It's
for
a
no
circle.
reason at all. None of it made any logical
It's a
sense.
circle.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh my
Why
god.
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Oh
Were they
my
simply
god.
repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
I'm
And at
the
last, he came to
disembodied
the conclusion
floating,
that
the
had been on the
voice,
tip of his
disembodied
tongue.
voice.
He just hadn't found the
It's
words
like
for it.
I don't have
I'm
feet.
dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream.
This is a dream?
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
My god.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life
my
job pushing
God.
buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared.
Oh my
it
God.
was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so
this?
lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And when
This
he thought
game
it all
is
very
crazy.
odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
It's a dream
Was Stanley
inside of
simply
a
deceiving
dream.
himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take
Inception.
responsibility for himself?
I don't even know why
Stanley
I'm still
is
going in
as awake
circles. I'm
right
just going
now
in
as
circles.
he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
What?
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the
No,
voice
it's
not see him
not.
float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Oh
He would
my
prove it.
God.
He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back
Oh
to my
my
job.
God.
Let me continue pushing the buttons.
This is another restart.
Please.
This is
It's
another
all
restart.
I want my apartment and my wife.
Oh, it's his wife,
my
not his
job.
girlfriend.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything
Nobody's
will be
normal.
fine. I am okay.
No. Nope.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real.
Oh my
Please,
God.
just someone tell me I am real. I must be
Oh my
real.
God,
I must
what
be.
is
Can
this?
anyone hear my voice? Who am I?
Everything's
Who am I?
going red.
And everything went black.
What? Then the world imploded.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a
Where
day
is
like
this shit
another.
coming from?
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day,
Oh
was
my
interrupted by the
God.
body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh
And
my
although she would
God.
soon turn to go call for an ambulance, For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously
Oh my
crazy.
God.
This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control
Poor
of my
Stanley!
life. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way,
my
seeing this
God,
man made her
Stanley.
feel
That's
better.
Stanley.
But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh my God. Didn't even call the police, just left him there. I still have yet to figure out what that no button means. I'm
All
gonna
of his co-workers were gone. What could it
wanna
mean?
go find out what
Stanley
that no
decided to
button
go
means.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Going to the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What's gonna happen if I press the no button? We're gonna go find
Yet
out.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase,
So far
Stanley
we've
walked
gotten the
upstairs
endless
to his
ending
boss's office.
and first ending and executive bathroom. I get the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. What a nice writing on the bathroom wall. By the boss, no less. By the boss.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk,
What?
pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
It's
But
different.
his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its
Keypad.
purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single
No,
minute to
'cause
just
I've been
let
to
the
this
narrator
part.
talk.
Narrator.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
What? Craziness. I just want to go through the door. Fuck you, narrator. Fuck you.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward
Gosh.
into the
That was some
opened
terrible
passageway.
elevator music. Oh, here it is. Keep forgetting that part. And then we're gonna go down. This time we press the no button. And then that's where I'm gonna end this video. It's the no button. So I've been blown up. I
Stanley walked
killed
straight
myself
ahead through the
somehow
large door that
and
read
got the
Mind
endless
Control Facility.
ending. Endless. Light bulb. Lights.
The lights rose
camera,
on an
action.
enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I sure do. Button.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number
I don't even remember
of an
what
employee
Stanley's
in the
number
building.
was. Was it
Stanley's
46 or
co-workers.
47?
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley,
Well,
one of them,
I'm a bad employee.
eternally
I don't
monitored
even
in this
remember my
place
employee
where
number.
freedom meant nothing.
Button.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
there we go.
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it.
Where are we
He
going?
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it?
I was in
Was
the
it even
narrator's
possible?
control this whole
Had
time.
he truly spent his
Don't have
entire
any
life
true
utterly
choices.
blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as
Alright,
the
let's
cold
go press-
reality of his past
press
began
off.
to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its
We're
terrible
gonna go with what the
power
narrator
over
says to do.
another.
What's gonna happen? What is this? It's all
Blackness.
black.
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Is it over?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone
is this?
else's
Is this some
command.
big door? What is this?
Freedom was mere
It's the
moments
door!
away.
It's a door!
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still
door.
lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he
They
been
were
freed
done.
from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But
I'm not
as
gonna
sunlight
find it.
streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Happiness.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Let it
No
go.
longer would anyone
Suddenly
tell him
he's
where to
Elsa.
go, what to
Stanley
do,
is Elsa.
or how to feel.
I've learned
Whatever
the
life he
truth.
lives,
Stanley is
it will
Elsa.
be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped
grass.
through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense
Did I win the
possibility
game?
of the new
Did I
path
win it?
before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Something's horrible gonna.
And Stanley was happy.
Oh wow! Nothing horrible happened to Stanley. Wow! I finally won the game. What? What? Loading. What's gonna happen? And we're back at the beginning. Alright, so that was Stanley Parable. I have walked through that a lot. Oh man, that was a long one. We'll see you next time.